Hi, my name is Mac Backerman, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the laws that govern special education in America. I'm going to start by reviewing the history of special education in America and how it came to look the way that it does today. Um, Before the mid 1970s, there was little in the way of federal law governing the way that special education was handled. In many cases, it was simply left to the families of physically handicapped children to deal with it themselves, or these children would be put into segregated classrooms or other buildings to be worked with. And there was no clear mechanism defining how these things were to be handled. Now, children of non physical handicaps, such as ADHD, oppositional defiance disorder, dyslexia, or other things of that nature, had to suffer through a system that didn't always recognize the challenges that they had and wasn't really set up to provide them with the help that they needed. Now, individual teachers could give the help that they could give, but there was no mandate to do so. However, things changed in 1975. Originally known as the Education for All Handicapped Children Act, or the EHA, which is what we now call today the IDEA, or Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. This provided federal laws and framework to provide education to all children regardless of their disability or ability level, and regardless of the ability of their family to pay for this education. In 1990, the EHA was reauthorized, and the name was officially changed from the EHA to IDEA, and it continues to serve us to this day. Now, these changes in special education came about from the precedents established by other legal cases. Most notably was the infamous Brown versus Board of Education in 1954. Now, this case was a historic case regarding the racial segregation of school children, but the Supreme Court declared in its ruling that we conclude that in the field of public education, the doctrine of separate but equal has no place. Separate educational facilities are inherently unequal. This statement expressed a concept that would spill over from its original application of segregation based on race to also apply to segregation based on disability. Now, Brown versus Board of Education would be followed later in 1972 by Mills versus Board of Education. This case resulted in the ruling that no disabled child could be denied a public education on the basis of their disability. But this ruling also went a step further, saying that lack of funds on the school district's part is not a valid excuse or cause to deny special education to a student, and that if the funds to give a child special education are not available, then they're to be taken from other areas within the school's existing budget. Now, laws pertaining to special education can be extensive and complicated. A thorough reading of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act would be a great start to understanding how special education is handled in the United States. But as with so many other things, laws can change from time to time, and it's important to stay current on the latest happenings in special education laws and policies. And not only can things change on the federal level, but things can change on the state level or even the level of the individual school district, depending on how they may interpret the IDEA and parts of it. In Missouri, the organization that handles this is called DESE, DESE, or the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. Their page on special education is located at dese.mo.gov/special education. Other organizations also offer resources to stay current with special education law as well, such as sites.ed.gov/idea and specialeducationsupportcenter.org. There's several others available, and I'll include those in the description down below. The laws that govern how we handle special education in America have changed quite a bit over the years. But one thing that hasn't changed is the importance of recognizing the potential of all children in our school districts, despite ability level. With the likes of President Franklin Roosevelt, renowned physicist and mathematician Stephen Hawking, award-winning violinist and conductor Itzhak Perlman, and many others, we can see the importance of giving all children the chance to meet their potential and benefit the lives of others. Thank you for watching.